Go!
Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Kùje'S prison's attack. We want proof. Our members are safe. Ipob tells federal government. Kùje'S prison's attack. We want proof that our members are safe. Ipob tells federal government. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. The indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob has called on the federal government to show evidence that its members incarcerated at Kùje'S prison were still alive and safe. Ipob made this demand on Thursday in its reaction to the terrorist attack at Kùje'S prison, Abuja, on Tuesday night, where more than 400 inmates escaped and were still at large. Meanwhile, the Islamic State's West African province, Ipob fighters have claimed responsibility for the attack in the video on Wednesday. On Ipob's demand, made in a statement by its spokesman, a more powerful, the pro-Biafra group, also demanded that its members detained illegally in the prison should be freed. The Nnamdi Kanu-led group expressed worry that the federal government deploys security agents to peaceful communities in the southeast, whereas the north, rampaged by terrorists and bandits, has low presence of security operatives. The statement read in part, "We, the global family of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, under our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wish to let the world know that Ipob members were profiled and detained in Kùje'S prison yard for simply being indigenous to Biafra land of Igbo race. We have their details and want them alive because if anything untoward happens to our comrades who are detained in Kùje'S, Ipob will never take it easy. It is high time these innocent folks are released. Nigeria cannot continue to detain them indefinitely while allowing terrorists and bandits to come and slaughter them under disguised arrangement. A very pertinent question to ask is, how can bandits and terrorists be rampaging the north, even supposedly attacking the president's convoy and breaking into prison yards to release their colleagues, while the government deployed and continue to deploy battalions of soldiers to occupy many peaceful communities in Biafra land? Our intelligence unit uncovered an evil plan against our leader. We are therefore demanding that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be transferred immediately to a prison in the eastern region for his safety. If anything untoward happens to him, Nigeria will see and feel total and consuming madness, even after the Biafran nation's freedom is fully achieved. They will never have peace. The indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, has called on the federal government to show evidence that its members incarcerated at Kùje'S prisons were still alive and safe. Ipob made this demand on Thursday in its reaction to the terrorist attack at Kùje'S prisons, Abuja, on Thursday night, where more than 400 inmates escaped and many were still at large. Meanwhile, the Islamic State West African province, ISWAP, fighters have claimed responsibility for the attack in a video on Wednesday. On Ipob's demand, made in a statement by its spokesperson, Ima Powerful, the pro-Biafra group also demanded that its members detained illegally in the prison should be freed. The Nnamdi Kanu-led group expressed worry that the federal government deploys security agents to peaceful communities in the southeast, whereas the north, rampaged by terrorists and bandits, has low presence of security operatives. The statement read in part, "We, the global family of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, under our great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wish to let the world know that Ipob members were profiled and detained in Kùje'S prison yards for simply being indigenous to Biafra and of Igbo race. We have their details and want them alive, because if anything untoward happens to our comrades who are detained in Kùje'S, Ipob will never take it easy." To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop